G'day all, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat. This will be my Knackers Yard. Back on the CX500 today, and spin you around. I did promise to look at the air filters. Now this was the inspiration, if you like, behind this was from the CX500 Facebook site. And what I saw on that was filters with a cover with a cone all the way around it, and I had a bit of thought. I had to come up with a bit of a prototype. This was the dodgy, really cheapy Chinese rubbish ones that I effectively bolted a cup round and thought, well, that'll work. The issue with these is that they're old, so that rubber is plastic. So as far as a prototype's concerned, okay. So I got some steel Chinese, but better quality Chinese with steel rubbers. I thought, I don't think I need to encase it all the way. I just need to stop the water running off the top. So this was a kid's cup. It was green in the last one. A couple of bits of Velcro. It can't be a bit of industrial strength Velcro. I've cut it so that it's the same length as the badger, as the actual filter. A couple of bits of Velcro. And he's got a little hat which should stop the water, and you can, if you remember, the drain off the tank leads directly onto the filter, so that should do us better. I think what I might do actually is, rather than have it slap bang on top, is just have it at a slight camber. So that's the high side. So a bit of Velcro on the rim, a bit on the top. I did just have it at the back, but it was flapping up the top. That's not going to go anywhere at all. And we'll see if that helps us out at all. I'll try and roughly match the angle on the other side, obviously. Slightly on the piss in the other direction. There we go. Doesn't interfere with the airflow too much, but should just stop the rain dropping onto those pods a little bit. Right, I need to get the carb off because the choke isn't playing. But let me get the carb off before I bother showing you what the issue is. Right, so what's your problem, Nat? Well, obviously I've got the clutch cable attached. Oh Christ, I'm trying to do this one-handed. You can see it's pulling up the lever, but what it's not doing is adjusting the butterflies. It's not adjusting, so you can see something that looks like a stripped out spring there. It's not adjusting the actual blade for choke. So I just get it off and see what the score is. I've just drained the fuel out the bowls. I'll whip the hoses off and leave them in place, so I don't have to worry about the routing. We'll get that out and we'll have a look. Right, a lot of fiddling later. All this light's horrendous. Let's move you around a little bit. There we go, that's good. Yeah, it was the spring that hooks onto where my thumb's pointed. It's very difficult to see, but essentially it just come unravelled and come off hooked. So it was just, it wasn't pulling. So now I have both. I thought I'd fixed it and I'd sorted it only for one bank, for the low side bank, but I now have a clutch again, a choke again, which hopefully will save some of my starting woes. Right, I'm going to get this put back together and get it back on. I think I'm going to need to nip out and get some fuel because I want to try and balance these carbs while I've got the tank off. And see how we get on. As far as balancing is concerned, what I might do is just crack the balancing bolt between the two. It is you know, balancing carb is always a bitch to get to, but to actually, the balance is the screw at the top, the lock nut holds it in place. I have seen online about people that fashion their own tools to do both at once, etc, etc, but it would make sense to give that a good lubing and greasing beforehand. So I'm going to do that now and get this put back together and back on to back. Right, a classic nat cock up here that I'm not going to subject you through, but I wasn't happy with the results I was getting through my carb tube. I chucked on my old cheapy eBay special and it disagreed. It turned out I just had a split in the pipe. A lot of cocking around, but actually I didn't need to balance them, they were bang on. Okay, so the proof is in the pudding, as they say. Let's see how, or indeed if, he moves. Oh, I've got mirrors. Forgot about them. I can see behind myself. It's an unusual experience. I might need to angle that a little bit more, I think. Oh. Clutch needs adjusting. These bars feel a little bit pulling to the left. A bit strange, a bit poppy. Brakes are good. Oh, it does feel big and comfy. Now it is a shaft drive, so I shouldn't feel it that nippy, but it does feel quite, does want to go. He's a beast. Otto is a beast. Oh. It's a shame the rev counter doesn't work. It looks like the dial wants to fall out as well. It's a bit spitty in the exhaust. Alright, one more. Yeah, he shifts. You can happily say he shifts. Poppity pop 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 pop. Poppity pop pop. Right, I think that'll do for a quiet Sunday. Otto's looking pretty damn smart. I'm riding really well. I've still got stuff to do. I do have to sort out the exhaust where it's leaking, where my repair was crap. I need to sort out the clock. Oh, clocks, that's what I was going to talk about actually. I was looking at clocks and I suddenly remembered, dug away under Otto's bag, I have one. I have a Chinesey one. It is for a electric rev counter, which I don't have, but what's your advice, people? Can I use that? because I've also found my little lithium battery, so I am going to spend, you know, my week's project this week is work out the wiring, because I do have the instructions, but they are horrendous as ever. And I want to see whether or not I can, for one, work out what does what. Really handily, he says. Not quite knowing where to find it. There you go, you can insult me for Foster's this time. It's breakfast beer. In here somewhere. I did have, and I've lost, bollocks, the colour guide for the, no, I've put it over there, it's fine. The colour guide for what wire is what. There we go. That wasn't over there. So, old, new. So I have the colour charts for what we've got. Taco, yellow and green, green. Interesting. Old, new. So something's been done with it, but at least I've got an indicator on that side. But what I do need to do is work out what's what on that one and see whether or not I can get the rev counter working on it. But we'll see. Right, that will do me. I will spend the week pissing around with me itty bitty battery, my wiring briefcase, trying to map what does what on that. And any advice you guys have got on an inductive rev counter would be useful. One of you guys said about resistors on the coils. Cool. I don't know what that means. Talk to me like I'm an idiot, and you won't be, and you won't feel like your time is wasted. Yeah. Some hints and tips would be good. Right, cool. Cheers all. I'll catch you later on. Ta-da.